I want to. I do want to get married.
I would want to get married.
too.
Yeah,
actually.
because I do want a companion. I do think that companionship is important. However, I'm not going to marry just anybody because people are telling me I have to get married.
Yeah.
For instance, one of my aunts, she was like, "Hey, Ivy, you haven't married. I found a man. He lives down the road." She said, "I actually brought him to the house to meet your mother. So your mother knows who he is already." And I'm like, "Really?" She went that
Matchmaking.
Yes. And then she said, "And you know, I know you're tall. He's a little bit short." So that when you have children, they'll balance.
out.
No,
I said, really, just let me pick.
I know, right?
Exactly. You know.
I want to get married too because of, obviously, for the companionship. I think not really now, because now sometimes, again, your career, the fact that you're a bit set in your ways, it's difficult to meet somebody who would probably come into your space and you allow the person, right? But then eventually, when all is said and done, when we are old and your kids have gone away and stuff, you would want somebody to talk to, you know? You want that friend, like a best friend that you can, I mean, after a while when you're married, the elders say that your husband becomes your friend or becomes your brother. For me, that's one of the reasons why I would want to do that. But I also don't want to be pressured into getting married because, you know, I'm not going to go and propose to the man.
Exactly.
You know, that's another thing.
You know,
I won't propose to the
thing.
man.
That's the thing they don't
people,
get.
I hate when people say, "Oh, why aren't you married? What's wrong with you? Why aren't you married?" And I'm like, why are you harassing the women about why are they not married? The men are the one who are asking us to marry. So why don't you bother them?
Exactly.
But can I say also that I think that
What I mean, but you know, I think though that you can still tell a man you like him. I mean, I've done that before.
Yes, of
You
course.
can propose. You can ask a man out.
Yeah,
Of
I think
course.
in very subtle.
Of
But I
course.
think
ways,
also that the world
right?
has changed. That now I feel like if the man is not doing it, I'll buy the ring and I'll propose to him.
I don't think so.
I saw someone. I saw
Nothing wrong with that.
I saw
something-
I like you. That's forget it.
I saw something on
I'll
YouTube
back
like
my
that.
lashes at you.
I
I'll,
wouldn't.
I'll touch you in the right places every once in a while. You get
Jeez.
my electricity, you know.
I
But I
can
will never
never.
tell you I like you
There's
first.
nothing.
Never.
But listen, you see, that's
I have told men that I like them
I
first.
think it's just this
I don't
part
think there's
of the
anything wrong
world.
with that.
Is
I've
it?
told men I
Well,
like
I
them.
think it's just this part
But
of the
I
world
won't.
where
I
we're
won't.
very-
I won't propose.
It's the way we're brought up. You see, it's not us.
Yeah, but listen, you see, that's the thing. We're
The man
contradicting
needs to like-
everything right now. It's like you're telling me that because this white wedding and all this 11 and 12 bridesmaids, it's not something we did back in. That's not how we're brought up. But we're doing it.
No,
We've
but
adopted
I-
those things, but then we're not going to adopt the other things. I mean, come
I
on.
did it
not
because
easy.
I
You know
had-
how
I
men
had-
can
let me
be.
just-
I mean,
let me
come
just-
on.
Let me just say that I did that because I have different friends in all parts of my life, so it was actually justified.
I'm not saying
But
there's
in
anything wrong with
hindsight-
that.
But
you
you're
know?
saying, anyway, yeah.
Yeah, but it's something.
No,
it's
but she
something,
said-
it's
what
something
she-
that we
I think
see.
I know what she's saying.
Right.
There's people now who feel like if I don't have the bridesmaids, if I don't have the white wedding, if I don't have the big ceremony, the big party, then I'm not doing it. It's okay if you're able to do it. You have a group of friends, different groups of friends you want. You have the money to do the wedding. That's fine. But there's people who have put pressure on themselves. They look in the magazines, they
Yeah.
look at Instagram, they look
Yeah.
at YouTube
Going
videos,
above their budget.
Facebook,
All the
and they
time.
want to do that too.
And then-
they postpone getting
I
married
think that's
because
also
if
the
they can't
difference
do
with
it.
marrying your best friend. Because honestly, with me, it wouldn't have mattered what kind of wedding that I had, just the fact that it was with him. And honestly, we had a little sort of engagement dinner before with just 40 of our friends. And I enjoyed that so much because it was so
Intimate, yeah.
even over the
Yeah.
wedding, even though the wedding I also had fun, but I felt like the wedding was so stressful, and by God's grace, it was amazing and it was beautiful, but it was even more than I had ever imagined.
You see,
so
that-
it made
It's
it.
amazing.
Crystal, don't even talk anymore. Like I'm done here with you because it's like it's too good to
That's
be
nice.
true. It's
But
so
you know,
perfect.
but
It's
because of that,
beautiful.
I spent 2 years of my life after I got married waiting for something to go wrong.
Really?
Yes, because of all of this that goes on. I didn't
Yeah.
come from a home where, my mom and my dad were married. So where am I getting these ideas from? Where am I getting this, but, counseling and reading the word and all that, it helps you prepare you for this day. But then I really was scared. I was like, oh gosh, like how
This
is
is it.
everything?
This is the time.
Yeah, no, I felt like something was gonna go wrong.
Yeah, like I'm
Is
saying,
he
like,
gonna
today's
do
the day.
something?
Yeah.
And so I would read his text messages every once in a while, and he let me.
You know,
And
that brings
he
me to
also
the.
look at my text messages.
That brings the next topic, the people that pretend in the marriage. You know, there's a lot of unhappily married people. Case in point is the Tonto Dike saga. You know, she's Tonto Dike. She brings out all these nice cars on Instagram. She's doing it for the gram.
Yes.
Right? She brings out all these nice cars and says, you know, my husband, thank you for being my pookie pie, blah, blah, blah. You bought me this nice car. And then after a couple of months down the line, she comes out and says, the guy is abusing her. The guy never bought her the cars. She did that because she was trying to help him promote his brand. I don't even understand what that means. And all that, you know, like, people are pretending. You see a lot of women driving down the road and they have a lot of makeup on their faces, and it's because their husbands have used their faces as a punching bag, and they can't walk away because of what society is going to say.
It's this whole thing. I mean, I believe marriage is a good thing. I'm divorced. I would love to get married again.
To the right person.
To the right person. No qualms about that. But here's the thing. So if you're not married, so what? You know, because this whole thing, I mean, I'm a Christian and I don't vouch for divorce, you know, unless you really have to. But here's the thing. People are in a marriage, but they still feel very single.
Yeah.
And some of them
Yeah.
behave like they're
Yeah.
still single.
Yeah.
I have a friend who's divorced now
But, you
because
know,
her husband cheated with 2 people.
It doesn't matter though. You can still. I think
behaving like
the
you're single.
question, the situation here is you can still be married and still feel single. You can still have your life. It doesn't
true.
mean that your life should stop once you're married. You can still pursue your dreams. You can still do things individually.
You
don't-
should be
think I know
able
what
to
she's saying,
do
though.
things individually, but that's not even what I'm saying. I'm talking about, like, you know, when you can be with people and still feel very lonely.
I know exactly what
That's
she's
what
saying.
I'm trying
I
to
think that's
even
what she's
say.
Here's a
saying.
point like yours. You know, your husband was never there. He was always out.
Yeah, but no, you can actually still be with people, with your husband, but you're not connecting.
So he's not your soulmate.
Then he's not. Then
You
you
know
shouldn't
what
have married
You're
him
married,
then.
but you're
Yeah.
married.
But-
like
and that happens.
we already
Because of the
established
pressure.
people marry for various
Reasons,
different
yeah.
reasons. So you're already married in this case.
It could be business.
You
they have
know?
a business together.
You know, and you feel very alone, very, very, I mean, why do you think people are cheating not just by having sex,
But with
but
the friendships.
flirting,
No
the
best
kind of-
friends.
I mean, the friendships?
By
text
the way,
messages
when you
that
get
they're sending
married,
to other people? They're married, but they're actually not in the marriage. They're actually enjoying themselves
people's.
with other people than their spouses.
so
Okay,
can I-
enjoying themselves in what context?
Not
I mean,
necessarily sex, but you
like
know, their
talking,
attention.
having more fun with their boys.
You can't
and
talk
with
to your
you.
husband.
Okay, for example, there are people who cannot tell their husbands, "I miss you. How was your day?" But they have people. They could be somewhere, not even in the country, somewhere, and they're so connected to these other people. It happens for both men and women. I mean, it happens for all of them.
So could it be that some people are marrying, they're not marrying their soulmates, but they're marrying for convenience, I guess?
Yeah.
You know?
They're
shouldn't
married.
be.
They
He has a
thought-
nice
they
house,
thought-
he drives a nice car. I need the security. I don't love him, but I'll just be with him. Really?
People do that.
People do
do
that?
that.
They do that. And then there are those who are not getting the love. Let's say you're the woman. You're not getting the love from your husband, or you're the husband. Let's not even make it all about the women. You are the husband, but you're not getting the love from your wife. You have some girl somewhere. They could even be somewhere in Spain, not even, you know, online thing. People are doing it.
Yeah.
And they're so happy. They're looking forward
So
to connect with these people on a daily basis than the people who are living right with them.
That's interesting, because then maybe the woman or the man needs to spice things up in the relationship a little bit. Maybe the man is not excited. Maybe the woman is not excited enough. Maybe the man likes lingerie.
They checked out
Yeah.
long ago.
Checked out.
that's-
What do you mean by
and
They're
checking out?
right there in the marriage because of the whole divorce
They don't
thing.
want a divorce.
So they're in the marriage. They could be. Why do you think that people get married, have children, raise the children, after 25 years of marriage, they want a divorce?
Because it gets boring sometimes. You need to spice up the marriage. I'm
No.
sure, Crystal, every day you're thinking of new things.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's important.
So-
it means they were not even friends. You know, she's friends with her husband.
Yeah.
So when you're friends, you do things together.
You can marry somebody who's not your friend, and you can
become-
grow to become friends.
Exactly.
And you can also marry somebody, and
You shouldn't
it could-
marry someone that you're not friends with. I'm
That's
sorry.
true. That's true. But this is what usually
Yeah, well, I
happens.
mean, like I said, we we're talking about marriage of convenience. Look, it's happening.
It's
Oh, yeah,
happening.
yeah,
These things are happening.
Yeah.
I'm being realistic here. People are marrying for all the reasons.
Wrong
No, not
reasons.
wrong.
But
I
they
mean,
shouldn't.
you're no one to judge
They
anybody
shouldn't.
for the reason why they're marrying somebody, honestly. Because
okay.
for something that might be wrong to you,
Might
may
be
right
just
to
what they
somebody.
need.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I said, it could be a business partnership, and I'm not trying to lose in on this deal. So I need to be with this person so we can
Okay.
build an empire together.
Okay.
Ambition. There's nothing
Okay.
wrong with that.
Yeah.
You know, you can grow to love the person or not, but that's a risk you should be able to
Take,
take
yeah.
because you've made that choice.
And you know
right?
how-
But then when you're married and things are getting a bit boring and you're realizing that every day you can't speak to each other, you need to make an effort.
It's work.
You need to, it's marriage,
It's
even,
work.
even to your
But
friends
you
is
do
work.
know
work.
that
It
it
is.
takes the two of
The
you
two people have
to
to be
do
willing
it.
to
to
work.
do, yeah, willing.
Yes.
So you bring it and see if he's gonna bring it.
And
Yeah.
Bring
because
it.
I've
That's a
seen
good one.
people. I've seen people who have tried, and then they're not getting that thing that
not
they
getting
want
it
in the
back.
marriage. Yeah. So, for example, they have kids, so they now make it all, especially
All about the
women.
kids.
do
The
that.
channel, the energy.
Everything is about the children. It's about the children. So they are
That's
in the
where you
marriage
make the-
because
that's
of
where you make the
children.
So
mistake,
about
though.
that, can I say that with even having my best friend, yes, when I had my daughter, and even both cases, the times where I felt we were rocky was when I had just delivered, because my attention and everything was on this child.
Okay.
And there was a point he's trying to have a conversation with me, and I'm not hearing him because baby is crying, and I'm trying to figure out the latch, and like this guy is talking. I'm like, guy, look. You know, so
Right.
we started having issues because, for instance, you know, the baby would get a fever and he's just in there watching like a movie or something. I'm like, can't you see this child? Let's get like, you know, but what was missing there for him was guys are not like us where, okay, something is wrong, let me try and,
Yeah,
they need
maternal
to be
instincts.
told, you know. So he's like, well, I don't know. You didn't tell me you needed help. So I'm like,
Yeah.
but do I need to tell you that I need help with? But he needed that,
Yeah.
and we had to communicate because we're best friends. We're able to
She
Communication.
makes a
honestly,
very good point when you say
right
they need
now,
to be told.
and I told him, I was like, listen, right now I'm not happy, and I could tell he was also getting snappy. I was getting snappy, and I was like, okay, what's going on?
Yeah.
And we spoke about it, and it's like, okay, he wants me to tell him, even though to me it's common sense. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
If that's what he
Yeah.
needs, then. But some women will see that and be like, but why do I have to? Then they'll
Why do I
fight
have to
about
tell him?
it.
Yeah.
And da-da-da.
Yeah.
But this is what your man needs.
Exactly.
So if
So
that's
it's
what he
just-
needs,
So-
then give that to him.
A lot
So
of
maybe-
women.
And immediately things were so easy, and when I needed help, I'd call him. He'd come and he'd do. You know, so
Yeah.
every time with the
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
And then also I saw this video that talks about, again, working on your relationship all the time, because the kids are here to visit. Once they're done, they go.
go.
Then you're just looking
And
at
point
this
exactly.
guy and you're
Yeah.
like,
That's
dude,
exactly the
Yeah.
thing I was
Yes.
coming
Yeah.
to. So
Yeah.
when you make it all about the children, that's when they grow and
Yeah, but like
go
but
away.
it brings me back to the spicing of the relationship because the man probably doesn't know. Men need to be led. You know, I have a friend who said to me, my husband wouldn't have married me if I hadn't literally smacked him and said, look, I like you, can't you see?
Yeah.
He wouldn't have even noticed that I did. And I mean, they've been together, it's been 10 years, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
sometimes they need to be led.
They do.
It's true.
And so you can't say that it takes two. You try it. Like I said, bring it and let's see if he's also going to bring it. And if he doesn't bring it, you still keep trying.
It's true.
It's true.
Right?
It's true, because sometimes women think, oh, he knows what I'm thinking.
No.
He should know what I'm thinking. He should know this is what I want. No, he doesn't. You have to tell him before he knows exactly.
Yeah.
So the more we communicate
Yeah,
and talk
communication.
about it, lead the way, then things will kind of spice up a little bit
Yeah.
more.
I think the mistake that most women make, you know, this whole thing about marriage is like the best part of their lives is just about to start,
I mean,
you know. So they build everything around this one man. He's got his own life. He's a person.
Yeah.
You
He's an
know, with his-
incomplete person,
Well, yes,
just like
but
you. So how can he
yes,
complete you?
Exactly. And you think that once you marry, everything has to just work. You're waiting for your happiness upon him. You're waiting, everything.
That's too much.
That's
burden.
not
too much.
even
That's too much
fair.
burden.
But that's
not
why
fair.
God is supposed to be the center. Because if God is in it, then you know that your happiness is with God.
Preach.
So many times, you know, we keep beating around the bush. That's the honest truth. But when you realize all these things, it boils down to it again.
Yep.
God.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
so some people say they don't
Yeah.
believe in God and you go and get married. So what's going to hold you guys together when the times
Well,
get rough?
soulmate, you know, I'm married. Oh God,
I
You know,
married
sometimes-
my soulmate.
I'm married
I don't
my
know
You married your
about
soulmate?
I did.
No.
I did. I'm sorry.
I don't even know what that means.
I know.
It means
this
the
whole
person
soulmate
that
thing.
understands. Like, I am a very difficult person. I mean, I think so because I'll get into fights with people. I will try and say something, and people won't understand. Like, it's almost like I'm speaking Japanese, and the person, like, I'm speaking English. But my husband understands. Like, he can complete my sentences. He gets me. I can say something
That's
that's complete, and
amazing.
he just gets me. Isn't that a soulmate? I mean, if that's not a soulmate, I don't know what else
How many of
is.
those exist?
I don't know.
Soulmate,
But they're
huh?
there.
So I guess you can find a
They're there.
soulmate in your friend too. It's okay, right?
Yeah.
I believe
So
that.
there's
It's,
nothing wrong with
it's
them.
your
I
best
believe
friend.
that.
If
Yeah,
someone
even
that,
you know,
that
even like girlfriends, you do find someone
Yeah.
that you think they get you.
yes,
And
that's a
everything.
good.
So
That's,
I think
that's
when you-
your
That's
person.
a perfect person to
Yeah,
marry,
when
someone
you-
who
when you
gets
switch
you.
it.
So
Yeah.
I guess, Ivy, you're gonna marry your soulmate. But how do you even know that this is your soulmate? Once
You
you
know,
complete your sentences?
I don't like the term. I don't like the term soulmate. Me, I don't like
you
the term
love
soulmate.
to spend time with him.
Me, it's more about somebody who becomes your best friend.
Yeah, but-
I don't subscribe to the term soulmate. I think because it's in movies anyway, they talk about a soulmate being the one person in the world for you. It's like, what if you live in Alaska and that person lives in
I think
China?
he's
Then that's not a
soulmate at the
soulmate.
moment, perhaps. Maybe it's not soulmate like in the whole world, like one person. But like wherever you are, that person who makes you feel your best.
Right.
You know, some people can pull you down. There are even girls who just don't make you
Yeah.
feel good
The
as a
energy
person.
Yeah.
drains
The energy,
you.
but
Yeah.
this is someone that gives you, they just make you feel good. Every time you're sitting there, they're like, you know, they just
I think
uplift
the
you,
person you
support
end
you.
up with can make or break you. So
Oh,
you just have to be
absolutely.
Totally.
very careful. Make or break you financially, spiritually,
Everything.
emotionally, everything. And there are people in very bad situations. There are people in very bad marriages, but they can't work out, like you're saying. They can't work out because
Yeah.
it's like, I'm already committed to site. What is the world going to say?
Yeah.
Well, what is Instagram going to say? I just got married
Yeah.
last week and I had 11 bridesmaids. And now, no. And now,
And she had 11 bridesmaids too.
and the thing
But
is,
I also did think about that before I posted, because I just, you know, had my fifth year anniversary, and it was such a blessing because a lot of people have ended it in less time. And then therefore I was like, gosh, should I post something like this on Instagram? Should I even, because of this, like, you know, everyone's eyes will be on you and like they'll be saying stuff, and but then it's also a blessing, and I want people
you're
to know
celebrating.
out
so
there that it's
Crystal,
possible.
Crystal,
possible,
do you know
you
what?
know?
The thing, let me ask you something. So when things go bad, are you going to put it on Instagram?
No.
So why are you? So why are you putting? Why are you
I'm
even
not
doing
putting it
that?
every
To
single
celebrate
day.
good
I'm not
stuff.
putting it every single day. I'm not like, oh, my husband bought me the shoe. Click.
Okay, so no.
And
So when things go bad,
click.
when things go bad, I mean, all these, you know, the Tonto DKs and the rest of these celebrities, especially the celebrity marriages that are
Yeah.
out there, because I know a lot of celebrities who are married, but it's on a quiet.
Yeah.
Someone like Kerry Washington, I respect her for that. You
Yes.
know, I didn't even know she was married till I saw she was pregnant, and I realized she was married to a baller and stuff. You know, but I think that once you put your stuff out there, you're opening up for everybody to say whatever
true.
they want to say, what's
That's
they're
true.
concerned. So when things go bad, like Tonto DK, and you come on Instagram and social media and you say, well, you know, this is what's happening, but I need some space. Please, you know, turn off all the
They will
comments.
not
It's
give you
it's very
people-
difficult
I mean,
to
are
do
you
that.
kidding me?
So what? Only
can't
the
put it
bad
out
news
there.
should come out.
Yeah,
Only
you
the
can't put
bad
it out
news,
there and then
because
try to-
that's the problem. That's why I spent 2 years of my life like thinking, oh my God, something's gonna go bad, because I wasn't seeing real examples of Africans, or you know, even out of my friends, their parents, our parents who have been married. There are few marriages that are still holding, and
Yeah.
I'm doing everything in my power that I can do to make sure that my marriage works and it lasts. You know, and I hope, I pray for it every single day.
I won't put mine on social media. I
Me
wouldn't do
either.
it. I just wouldn't. It's just, you know, even my marriage, I mean, I think I'll probably go to Alaska somewhere and get married. And
Do something
Somewhere
very
quiet.
sign something quiet.
Celebrity status, dear. You're a celebrity.
Oh, please.
Please,
says who?
anyway. We'll find out.
Well, if you find out, that's you.
find
That's you
out.
stupid around, but no. And you know
Yeah.
what? We need to, let's calculate the
Yes,
cost
what
of,
you're
because
wearing.
really, this is like really expensive. It looks like, do you have your calculator on your phone? Let's just calculate. How much is gonna,
We wanna see
how
how
much weddings
much-
are costing these days?
And that's something
Rise
else for another
in
day.
all your glory.
Ooh.
It's not.
So-
I don't really think it's about the cost of the outfit. Do I look?
Oh, you
like
do
$1
look
million?
good.
Yes, you do.
That's all.
So this
why
dress
are
is
we
probably
trying
like
to-
2,000 CDs or
Hey.
probably. So 2,000 plus,
Let's say 2,000 CDs.
yes, plus Fascinator, 600,
600.
800 CDs.
800?
Okay.
800
okay.
CDs.
Those
red
shoes.
soles, red soles,
But
red
the
soles.
Louboutin.
The shoes aren't really matching with the outfit in the bag.
But they're comfy, aren't
They're
they?
matching
Oh
your
yes,
hair.
yes,
They
yes.
match with,
With my
match with your
hair.
hair. And then
The shoes are what?
the shoes are probably like $700 or, you know,
Yeah,
they're
give or
about.
take.
Yeah.
$700.
So that's about
That's
7,000.
2,800.
3,000.
3,000 cities.
And then a nice
Louis Vuitton, that's
bag.
probably like 3,000, isn't it? $3,000, 3,500.
She's not telling.
No, but it's not like I went out and bought them for the wedding.
Wedding.
Okay.
It's something I've been collecting.
I'm sure you have more
around.
expensive bags like this, yeah?
No, no,
A
no.
bit
I'm just
more.
saying, this is like just one. This is all I got.
We want to believe you.
This is all
We
I
just
have.
want to believe
No,
you.
but like it's you know,
Crystal.
this isn't necessarily a
And
designer
then the makeup
dress.
artist charged you probably like 500 CDs to beat your face to someone's wedding.
No, but if you're married to, you can't let yourself go. Do you understand? So I can't go to wedding in my worry now. Your friend is saying, "Oh, Shani, you know."
There's some husband snatchers there. Those ones.
Those ones, I have to let them know. So,
You're
I'm
You
there.
know, let me tell you, single
You know,
ladies,
I
we are
did.
always the husband snatchers. Even when we go in, we're not snatching anyone's husband. The wives are like,
They'll be
they're like,
looking at
holding
your
on to your
slim waist
husband.
and
Looking
things,
at
and
you
then
like
you'll be
that.
there. Now you're funu susuni and
Ah, look at you. You're slim.
I have to
Fab
cover
mom
up a
of
little
two.
bit.
You're
Yes,
slim.
yes, you know.
So
that's-
we calculated 17,800 cities, Ghana cities.
For a look that when you put it on the gram, you probably won't be able to repeat it again.
Nope.
So that's about.
I mean, imagine.
That's crazy.
17,000.
Although I know I've actually done this before. And now you change your bag, change a few
Yeah,
things.
you change a few things,
It works
change the
out.
hair. I mean, you are a wedding planner. I mean, I love your bouquets, by the way.
Oh,
She makes the
thank you.
best. She makes the best bouquets, by
Thank
the way.
you.
Best flowers, like floral arrangements. It's just
Thank you.
amazing.
Who to contact?
When we're getting married, right?
Definitely.
What is your take on marriage?
It's a good thing. I'd love to do it again. Sometimes I think it's overrated. So if you're not married, so what? You know, you can still be a complete person, happy, even if you're unmarried. And I think if you're a happy person like that, and you feel complete within yourself, then when you meet that person, it's like
Fireworks.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo, like,
Yeah.
mademoiselle. I'm not going to ask you anything.
Yeah. She's already there.
I'm not going to ask you
She's already
anything.
there.
Come on. These are the ones that I look at, I'm like, how come she get all the good ones? You know, that coming to America scene. No, he's the prince. No, that's the
And she's
prince.
like,
How come she always
get
gets the good one? She got the good one.
Yeah, she did.
What is your take
Yeah,
on
she did.
marriage?
My take on marriage, I think that marriage is not the achievement of life,
Yeah.
first of all. But I also think that marriage is the most beautiful companionship that two people can have, because it means that you're spending a partnership with them for the rest of your life. That's the commitment that you're making. And you always have that someone who is your best friend that you can confide in. Your best friend, your lover, the father of your children, if you have any children, or if you choose to not have children, you can help other people's children. Yeah. But for me, marriage is all about a beautiful institution of two people who love each other and they're best friends.
Ivy, that's so beautiful. We're just, I just to add to what you said, I just think that once you love yourself, it's easier for you to love somebody else. So I think we
Yeah,
need to
that's
start
true.
loving, and once you find yourself as well, it's
Yeah.
very important to find yourself.
That's
Once you
true.
find yourself, married or not, you're a complete person because you found yourself. And I don't
That's
think
it.
that marriage is cut for everybody, you know?
True.
But I'll come and see, I will go and see Crystal for a few tips because I need to know where you went, your circle. I've already checked my circle. Where you went to be that amazing soulmate.
I met him in
Yeah.
high school. I
Yeah.
met him a long time ago, and I didn't know he was my husband at the time. I was still, dating other guys and stuff. But a friend of mine told me, you know what, write down what you expect to see in your husband and live by those things and pray on that list that you do. So if you want your husband to be patient, you write it down and you actually become patient as well. If you want him to be a leader, if you want him to be friendly and, whatever you want him to be, God-fearing, you live according to those things because,
That's a lot of
like-minded people
work.
attract.
Well, that's what you
But
want
that's
in
what it
him.
is. And
You might as well
speaking of
become that person.
Speaking of that, I don't believe that he just drops from the sky. Like you're sitting there, you're busy at work, constantly, either you're studying or at work and you're working on your career and you think he's just gonna show up. He's not gonna show up like that. You have to work at it. Just the same way you go out and go and get your degree. You work at it 4 years, studying, and then you get that degree, that paper, 4 years, and you're spending time doing it, and then you're saying to me, I'm not going to work on getting a husband. He will just come. No, he's not gonna come.
Thank you, Mama.
You have to work at it.
Thank you, Mama.
So without even knowing, I'm the kind of person too that I really work on my relationship with girls, with boys, anyone. Like I don't, you know, I'm loyal to people and I work at it.
Yeah.
So you do the same with that. You know, work, try and...
So I guess if you're busy and you're sitting in an office space for
not gonna
24/7,
happen.
it will happen. Girl,
Maybe you open the door.
Girl, there are dating
The
websites
chances
you can
are
go
sli-
to. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
The
Dating
chances
websites,
are smaller. The chances
Right?
are smaller.
They're not
So-
small. Right now, everybody's meeting via internet. Thanks to
People
social media,
are.
right?
Yeah.
People
People
are.
are getting married and it's lasting.
But you can find your soulmate. It's possible. You can live a happy marriage, but you have to work at it. It's not easy.
Okay.
And I'm still working at
To
it.
finding our soulmate.
Amen.
Yes.
To finding our soulmate. Cheers, ladies.